Well, hello guys, how y'all doing today? This is another video coming from Redneck Ways. Doing something a little different today, guys. Came up here to the Ashland Cemetery. Come up here to get a little peace and quiet. Hope my tripod here is going to cooperate. I came up here to visit a couple people. There was a crazy thing that happened a long time ago here in my hometown that I have just recently heard the story of. So let me tell you the story. Okay, it was a cold, frosty, clear night. Two girls and a brother were playing, singing, and having fun that evening of December the 23rd, 1881. Little did they know that three townsmen were planning something horrendous. At about 4 a.m. in the morning, the three men broke into their home. The beautiful girls broke into the home of the beautiful girls and the very brave young boy that only had one leg just because it was in a horrible accident. A train car ran over it just a few years prior to this incident. The men went and grabbed the girls and brought them downstairs, where they took turns on them. At some point, the boy came down and tried to stop and save the girls and her friend, to only get an axe to the head, splitting it almost all the way through. Both girls ended up on the wrong end of the axe also. It was a horrible incident, guys. The wind's blowing. It's a beautiful cemetery up here. I used to come up here when I was in high school and just walk through. It was kind of on the way home. Okay. After all that horrible stuff, the men poured gasoline on the bodies, and with a cigarette, they tried to burn the bodies and caught the house on fire. And then they made a pledge to not say a word to anyone about what went down, but one of them could not keep his mouth shut. The three men had talked about having sex with the girls before Christmas. They hung around the bar, and when they saw the girls out, they would whistle and make rude comments and crude remarks. The girls didn't want anything to do with them. The first accused person by the police was the father, as it is in most cases. He was out of town and nobody had seen him for weeks. The police finally caught up to him in West Virginia, where he had been working, and just recent heard about what had happened. You gotta think about it, guys. Back then, they didn't have cell phones. I think the telephones were around, but not everybody had them in their house. John Means, acting mayor at the time of Ashland, Kentucky, he raised $1,000 to start an investigation. Ellis was caught talking about the crime in a hardware store, where he said some strange things. The police picked him up and he started to sing. He said he was held by gunpoint and that Neal and Kraft were the killers and that he had only started the fire. The trials were to be set by Judge Brown for January the 16th. The three suspects were taken by marshals to Maysville, Kentucky for safety by riverboat. Time went on, and then the town folk were getting worried that the three men were going to get off with the crime. So a mob was formed, and they went down to the river and demanded the men. Nobody knows exactly who fired the first shot, but over 1,500 shots were shot that day, and many towns, women, men, and children were killed and wounded by the soldiers. Two of the prisoners were tried, and they were found guilty and sentenced to hang. But Ellis was up next, and the townsfolk of Ashland thought that he was going to get off for certain reasons. On June the 3rd, 1832, George Ellis was lynched by the locals in an old sycamore tree near the scene of the murders, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the kids. They're supposed to be in section 5. So let's go look around. It's a beautiful day here in Kentucky. I know whereabouts it is, but not 100% sure. This is section 5. $1933. Those are two new. 1926. Those are two new. I hate to have to walk through it because I don't like walking. I'm afraid I'll walk on the graves. But I may have to. I think they're going to be in the middle. $1936. They've been in the ground for a while, and it looks like the way the earth is. Maybe maybe they dug them up or something because it looks fresh. I'm going to try to walk through here. Just don't want to walk on nobody's grave. I say they're way over yonder. Kind of walk through here. $18.21. Lucy King William. There's a Fanny Hall, but that's 19. That's not who we're looking for. That trees grow through that one. I think I see it. Well, those ain't marked. I thought that was it, but it's not. 28. Alright, guys, let me pause this for a minute. We'll have to do a little research. Okay, guys, I found it. They actually got it marked, the victims of the Ashland tragedy. They must have just done that. Here's William Gibbons. And again, it says, so it has to be the dad in 1930. (1871 to 1899). It must be back here. Okay, here they are. They put, there's Robert Gibbons, May 15, 1964 to December 23rd, 1881. There's Franny. The water sure has messed the original stone up. I don't know where Emma is buried. Emma Thomas. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. Alright, guys, let's walk around, look at the rest of the graveyard. Rest in peace, guys. Now, there was a rumor back in, it's a legend, I guess. And back in, like I said, I used to come up here in my younger days when I went to high school. And there is a grave up here that we all said, everybody said, and I don't know where the story came from, but it was a witch. And they put this iron gates and stuff around her so she couldn't get out. So let's go find that. Like I said, I don't know where that story originated from. I'm sure it's just a kid tale. And when I get done here, we'll go to the house that this happened in, where it got burnt down. I'll take it to the area, the lot. There's a house sitting there now. Now, this is a very true story, and for critics out there who don't believe in ghosts, you just have to look somewhere else. Look away on this one. That house, my friend, I used to catch the bus right there, where this murder happened. Like the old one burnt, of course. They burnt it down. Those horrible people that did that. They burnt the house down, but there was another house built. And Danny, my friend, every morning he would have a ghost story to tell us. He was young too, and he just didn't come out there and just say crazy things. This boy was really scared. So, which I don't know. You would think that if it was the spirits of Franny and Emma and Robert, they wouldn't be mean to anybody. But maybe it was like the murderers that got lynched and went back to the crime. Who knows? But he was always terrified of that house and that room he stayed in. And guys, it's been a long time since I've been up here, so I don't remember where it's at. I thought it was right here. How things change when you get older. Now, I've been trying to find and see if they had the axe in evidence, and I haven't had any luck yet. But I have not went to our public library, and I'm going to do that. Because I really wanted that with this video. But I couldn't find it yet. Let's see. I know it was right here. Because it was right here. I remember when we ride our bikes up this road, we could see it from the road in here. And I thought it was right in this area. And it was black, and it was in a metal, like, there was a metal fence around it. I'll try to show some pictures in this video too, which y'all may have seen some by now. It just depends on how I can edit them in. And I'm also can take you to the spot of the hanging tree. It's not there anymore. It's been gone for years. Actually, it ain't been gone super long time. It's about 20 years. It finally fell over. Maybe 30 years. Well, guys, I don't know if it was my imagination as a kid, but I don't see that no more. Unless they took it down, but I wouldn't see him. It was a big, big old thing. So I don't see him taking it down. But I do know that it was right here by the road. Who knows? That woman just drove by. She gave me the dirtiest look. There it is. But anyway, that woman gave me the dirtiest look. People, I swear. Just can't get out anymore and do what you want to do without getting mean mugged. But there's a lot. This cemetery is huge. And if you guys like this type of thing, just put in the comments. And I don't care to come up here and go through them. I find them rather peaceful. And I can just, I don't know. There's a lot more people up here than I thought there was going to be. Which, that's good. Means a lot of people's not being forgotten. This is what I was talking about, guys. This is supposedly was a witch. And they locked her up. And who knows, she may be like the sweetest woman in the world. Her name's Lise. And Thomas. This is Watt. This must be a different headstone. That one's O'Neill. But alright guys, let's go down and see where this horrible, horrible thing happened at. I'll be back. Okay guys, we're close to where this all happened at. Now, Emma, like I said, I wish I could have showed you her grave. I'm going to have to do more research. She may have been cremated. I'm not for sure. She is really not mentioned where she's buried, which is kind of odd. But she was good friends, and she lived right across the street from the Gibbons, from the other two. So, yeah, Franny and Robert. So now the house was on 28th Street and Carter, right on the corner. So we'll walk there right now. That big old two-story sets on the land that it happened at. And that's where my friend Danny used to live. The house has been remodeled a few times since back in the 90s. So I'm not 100% sure, so we'll go to both plots. But I really convinced this is it, just by the stories that Danny told me. I'll go where our bus stop used to be. It used to be right there on the corner, where that manhole is. So yes, this is the yard to this house. And right here was our bus stop. So we're at the corner of 28th and Carter. So it was either that piece of land or this plot. It was one of them. And I'm betting it was that one over there. Like I say, I really need to go to the library and find out some more stuff. But I'm pretty for sure that was the house. Because I can remember what was said here. This used to be some kind of old store. And it had just been torn down the last few years. And that's the reason why I believe it's over there. I've lived here my whole entire life. And I've seen so many things change here. This old house here, it's been boarded up for the last 20 years. Actually, I thought it was torn down too, but it's not. It's still here. I've lived here all my life. I've never saw anybody live here. But let's walk over to where the hanging tree used to be. Now, they hung a lot of people over here. It's all changed now. This is the city waterworks now. They really expanded about 10 years ago. All this back here is new. But the hanging tree, used to see that tree right there. That's not it. But right here in this area where that dumpster is, it was right in here was the hanging tree. A big old sycamore. And it finally, if I ain't mistaken, lightning hit it. and knocked it out. But yep, about right here. And there used to be a mound. So, it's just crazy to think with, it in 2023 that there was a day right here in the middle of my town was a tree that they hung many people. And the city folk came out and watched it. They came out like they went to a movie or something. Yes, guys, right there in here. So that's about all I have on it. It gives me cold chills. I don't know what. I know a lot more cases, but this one really, I don't know what it is about it. It gives me this weird, this feeling. Alright, guys. Well, I hope y'all like this video. I know it's a little bit different from my norm, but I like doing different things. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.